Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important property of CSS, that is padding. So we will see how we can use padding inline property in CSS, what are the benefits of using padding inline CSS, and how we can implement it along with its values. Along with this, we will also discuss how we can use padding inline block and padding inline start and padding inline end. Okay, so these are the all things that we are going to discuss in this particular session. But before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use padding inline concept in CSS. Now here, those who know about the block concept, the padding block concept, they can easily relate the terms here, because both are similar. The only difference is that in case of a block, we are talking about block we are talking about only the top and bottom side, and here in case of inline we are talking about the left and right side of the element. Okay, so let's see how we can implement this thing. So to implement this thing, firstly I'll show you the code. Here you can see the code is very simple and straightforward. We have just noted down one title in the head section, and there is one heading showing CSS Cascading Style Sheets by Tech Sharmit. Now you can save it and refresh the browser. So once you refresh the browser, you will see that CSS Cascading Style Sheets by Tech Sharmit has been printed on the browser. Okay, after this heading, what we will do, we will put another heading which will show today's main topic. So main topic is padding inline property in CSS. Okay, so you can save it, and now you can see we have got this heading. Now after this heading, to implement this concept or to demonstrate this concept, what I will do, I'll add one div here. Okay, so let's add the div. In this div we will set ID would be box1. Okay, you can simply write here box1. In this box1, we have added the ID, so just keep one thing in mind, that this is a case sensitive. Okay, so whenever you are going to use this ID, make sure to put it in a same case, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so this is the only thing that we have to keep it in our mind. Now once we have added this ID, after that you can write the CSS in with any approach. Either you can go with inline approach, internal or external CSS. Okay, but for this example I'm going to use the internal CSS. Why? Because with the internal CSS you can show both HTML and CSS part on a same page. So that's the only reason. But yes, again it would work with all three approaches of writing CSS. Okay, so here I'll write style. In style we will mention all the required properties by using the selector. So selector is ID. So here I will write hash box1 opening closing curly braces, and here we can set the properties. So properties like width. So firstly I'm setting the width as 300 pixels. Okay, then we will set here height would be 150 pixel. Then we will set background color would be aqua. Then we will set here border would be 20 pixel solid black. Okay, after this we will set here I think these are the only thing that we need for now. So you can refresh the browser and we can see there is one div added with aqua color 20 pixel solid black background. Now here we will try to understand the concept of inline property. So for that, what I will do now, I'll simply copy this text here just to save my time, and this text I will put into my div. Okay, and then I'll show you how padding inline works. So let's save it and refresh it. After this we can refresh it. So you can see here we have please do subscribe Tech Sharmit YouTube channel for more session and code. So we have added this thing. Now what we want to add a padding, but only on the left and right side, not on the top and bottom. So in that scenario we will use padding inline concept. But some of you might be thinking like, why we are using padding inline concept? We could have used the padding left or padding right property as well. Okay, then what's the issue with padding left and padding right? That's why because of which we have introduced this concept. Let me show you everything from scratch. So what you will do, like as of now, let's say we are using padding left as 20 pixel. I'll firstly show you the traditional approach, then we will use this inline concept. Okay, so here you can write padding left. You just need to put like this: padding left 20 pixel, padding right 20 pixel. Let's save it and refresh it. So here you can see 20 pixel margin, 20 pixel padding has been added on the left side and 20 pixel padding has been added on the right side. But here is one problem. Why? What is the problem? Problem is that whenever we change the writing mode of this text, it will not change the padding effect. Let me show you. If you are writing mode as vertical LR, so in this case what it will do, it will change the text. Let's make it as RL. Save it, refresh it. So you can see text is changed, but padding is still on left and right. But earlier when we added the padding, we were planning to add it on the left side of text, but now you can see text is written in this way, right, in this direction, but there's no padding in the left side as well as no padding on the right side. So this is a drawback. Okay, so that's the reason we are not supposed to use padding left or padding right in this scenario. So to solve this problem, what we can do, we can use here padding inline concept. Let me show you how. So instead of padding left and padding right, what we will do here let me remove it properly first. Okay, so what we will do here, padding inline start. In the start we will put 20 pixel, then we will write here padding inline end. Here we will put 20 pixel. Okay, now you can save it. So you will see that 20 pixel has been added on the left side and 20 pixel is on right side. But here is one good thing: when we change the writing mode, at the same time it will also change the effect, padding effect. Okay, so when we are changing like writing mode to vertical RL, just save it and refresh it. So here you can see on the left side of the text there is 20 pixel. Why? Because it has been changed along with the direction of text or writing mode of the text. So we have got this 20 pixel on the left side and 20 pixel on the right side. Okay, so this is the advantage of using padding inline property. Now here let's say if you want to provide the value in terms of percentage, so you can simply change the value accordingly. Let's say I want 20% on right side, so I will simply change it to 20%, then simply save it and refresh it. So after a refresh you will see that 20% padding has been added on the left side of the text. Similarly, if you want on the right side as well, so you just need to write here 20 pixel on the right side, save it, and you can see we have added 20 pixel on left and 20 pixel on right side. Okay, another very important thing is like I'll show you like how we can make it more convenient for us. So let's say instead of using these lines two times, we can simply use a shorthand property of padding, that is padding inline. So here you just need to write here padding inline, and here if you are providing only one value, let's say 20 pixel, so it will add 20 pixel on left and 20 pixel on right, both side. Okay, but instead of 20 pixel, if you are providing 20 and 30 pixels, so first value will be considered at start and second value will be considered as end. Okay, here also we can provide the values in percentage, so it depends on you, like how you would like to pass it. Okay, so here you can see on left I provided 20%, so accordingly it is coming. Clear? So I hope this session is clear to all of you, like how we are utilizing this padding inline shorthand property, because here we are applying two property at a time, right? And also we have discussed how to use padding inline start and padding inline end concept or properties. So yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.